What's going on, folks? This is your boy Mitch of Mitchspiration, man. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time coming to my channel, I just want to say thanks. You could have been anywhere in this YouTube world, but you're here with me, so I appreciate that. And if you're new, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and hit those bell notifications so you don't miss out on anything that's going on with this channel. If you're already in the Mitchspiration family and you want to continue to show love and you're here for that, I appreciate you guys as well. Thank you guys for keeping me accountable and focused on pushing out more content. My channel is focused on manhood, life, and motivation. So if any of those things matter to you guys, I please implore you to stay locked in, and we're going to make some great things happen. My philosophy is just that there's a lot of negativity happening in the world, and it seems to get a lot more attention on social media than positivity does. So my goal is just to push positivity and to make sure that, like, in the end, positivity is winning. So today's concept is pretty much 3 levels of friendship that you need to actually live a pretty good holistic life. I think it's important that we have an understanding of relationships. And I'm a big advocate of relationship. I think relationship is important and is super essential for life, whether that's romantically, whether that's through business, family, whatever. Like, all relationships matter. And so today what I want to talk about specifically is friendship. And I want to talk about 3 different levels of friendship that you need in order to feel whole and enjoy the people who are in your circle. So as usual, I got my laptop, man. I love to do my homework prior to coming to you guys with this information. So we're about to get it popping right now. All right, so the first level of friendship you need is the level of friendship I like to call aspiration. This is the level of friendship that involves having people who are aspiring to get to where you are in life. We all know life comes at us in different ways, and life has levels. We know that from listening to Meek Mill. Life has levels. There's levels to everything. And so there's going to be moments in life where there's the opportunity is going to present itself where people are seeing our life, seeing our walk, seeing how we're doing, and they want to, come to us, whether that's for mentorship, just to pick our brains, just to ask us questions, because they're aspiring to get to where we are. And so I think it's important for that to happen because it builds a certain level of responsibility, not allowing you to get too arrogant and cocky where you're at, and just kind of having that, like, reaching back to pull somebody up, as opposed to like the crabs in the barrel mentality that kind of exists, especially and primarily in the Black community. So it's more so like taking on that mentorship role, big brother, big sister, whatever that leadership role over someone looks like. That's kind of what this level of friendship is about. And I just think that's important. It's definitely made a difference in my life on a personal level. Like I talked about last week, I've been a mentor for years now. And just knowing that, hey, somebody's watching me, it keeps me 10 toes down, it keeps me focused, and it just helps me to not make those little childish mistakes and those little petty mistakes that can shift somebody's perception of who they know me to be, of who they've grown to learn that I am. Although we're still evolving and changing, I want to make sure those changes are happening in a positive way and not in a negative way. So that first level of friendship is like the aspiration phase, which means being in a relationship or friendship with somebody who's not quite where you are, but they aspire to be where you are. All right. Your second level, I call it the accountability stage. This is kind of like lateral movement from side to side. These are the people in your life who are beside you. So I think the most popular way to kind of say this is like when you're fresh out of college, you're trying to get your foot in the door in this professional world. You're around people just like you who are fresh out of college, looking for that first step in their career. And this is normally where kind of like this happens. When you're transitioning from one phase to another, you want to have that band of brothers or that circle of sisters or just people in your community, male, female, whoever, who are in that same stage as you. Why? Because it keeps you accountable. Accountability is like a curse word. Like, folk don't like being held accountable because we want everybody to greenlight everything we do, say, and how we conduct ourselves. But we need people in our lives that's going to be like, yo, bro, you out of pocket. Yo, sis, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't have those people who can be real and transparent with us, we view ourselves one way, but how we're actually being viewed by people is completely different. A lot of times we think higher of ourselves than the people around us. Not to say that people around us don't look at us in high regard, but because people are watching us, they're able to catch things that we may not be able to catch because we can't come out of our bodies and look at the things we do, say, believe, feel, all those different things. So it's important to have people around us who see those things, can acknowledge those things, and tell us those things in a way that shows love. It's not just da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, I'm very big on being very solution oriented. So if one of my boys or one of my homegirls or whoever sees me doing something wrong, I don't want them to look at it as an opportunity to like finally tell Mitch about himself. I want them to be like, dang, like I see Mitch doing this. I see what he has the capacity to do. And if he don't fix this, it's going to hurt him later on down the line. That's what I expect, because that's the energy I give to people. If I really care about you and if I truly love you, I'm going to call you out. And it's not going to be done in a disrespectful way. You know, I'm always trying to do things with a positive intent. So I'm going to be like, hey, yo, bro, sis, like I see you doing this. I don't really know what your goal is behind this, but this is kind of the perception that it's given off. You know what I'm saying? And so this might be a way you need to go about handling that. So even in having those accountability partners, make sure that they're doing it with the right heart and the right intent. Have people in your life who can call you out in love, but also offer solutions to the things they're having issue with. Now, if you just got people calling you out on stuff, but they're not following up with no kind of solutions, you might want to question that friendship or that relationship, because it's probably not going to last. All right? So we got the aspiration and we got the accountability, which is working alongside of people to get to a common goal or a not so common goal. You can have people in your life who aren't chasing the same things you are, but as long as there is an end goal, then you know that's all that matters. Ambition is the key. And then lastly, you want to have people in your life who are assisting you. So just like in the beginning, when you had people that you were trying to pull up, now the table is flipping and you're in a position to where you should be seeking out, brotherhood relationships, sisterhood relationships, mentorship from somebody who's where you're trying to get to, who exactly where you're trying to get to. So if you're trying to get married, you need to be connecting with married couples who are actually thriving in their marriage, and people who are seasoned in this marriage game, got years and years under their belt, who done been through some stuff, who done got it out the mud, who done made it from the bottom to the top. So you can really get that insight from them to better prepare yourself for what pursuing that right person looks like. If it's a career, having that person, being able to shadow them, talk to them, for them having the willingness to open up their lives and their, expertise to you to get to that point where you can do, the things that they're doing. So whatever that next level or that future level, and this is more so like 10 years plus down the line. You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of depends on the circumstances. But whenever you have long-term goals that you want to reach, finding those people who can assist you in making those long-term goals happen. And like I said before, like make sure those people find joy in helping you. Like if you're trying to reach out to somebody for mentorship or wisdom or feedback, and they be like, here you go again. Like, bruh, don't put yourself in a toxic environment. Like if your presence in that person's life is more like a chore for them, you may want to find a new mentor. You get what I'm saying? Because people who actually are for you and want to see you do well won't see spending that time or sharing that expertise or that wisdom with you as a chore. They're going to do everything within their power to ensure that they're giving you what you need to, be successful. And so I think that's just important, man. So like I said, marriage, parenthood. Like I said, I got a son on the way. So a lot of my guy friends who are fathers, I'm talking to my peers, my accountability partners. I'm talking to people who are older than me, years and years older than me, talking about what fatherhood looks like for them. What has been your challenges? What have been your biggest moments of joy and accomplishment? And just really figuring out what can I take from everybody's situation to help cultivate what I can bring to the table as a father. And so that's one thing I'm actively doing now. And I'm learning a lot and I'm gaining a lot of insight from that. But this information is for everybody. This isn't limited to one gender over the other, one race over the other. Everybody could benefit from having these 3 levels of friendship. So what I challenge you guys to do is this. Make a list of the people in your circle. And then beside their name, like write their name, and then in parentheses, put what category they fall into. Are they the aspiring person that you're helping? Are they the accountability partner walking alongside of you? And are they the assisting person that's helping you get to that next level? And if you get to a point where you got some names written down and you don't really see how they fit into that 3-fold mode, I'm not saying cut them off, but I would say have some really in-depth conversations about the value you're bringing to their life and the value you're bringing to your life. Because while friendship is cool, you don't need a whole bunch of people to make it. You just need that select number of people who are bought in, all in about you, and you're bought in and all in about them. And I think so many times people get caught up in what they can get from you, and they don't see relationships and friendships as being a situation of reciprocity. You should be giving just as much to your friends as they give to you. And it won't always look the same. Like, I've helped out my friends financially. I paid my friends bills before. And it's not that I'm expecting them to pay me that money back. There may be a moment in my life where they have a plug or a connection for me. And so they're able to reciprocate a service, an active service to me that can help me out. So I think you got to analyze that too. Like when you give or when you do for people, what is your expectation of reciprocity? Because if you do something for somebody financially and your expectation is, I want my money back, then let that be known. Because for me, I know everything isn't always about money. If you can help me get a connection, that connection could lead to more money than I even lended somebody in the first place. So it's all about being vocal, even in these 3 levels of friendship, constantly being vocal, expressing what your needs are, asking them what their need is of you, and constantly having that expectation set. There's no reason for you to be in friendships and relationships and have unspoken expectations out on the table. Like your homegirl, your homeboy mad at you, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, fiance, husband, wife, whoever is mad at you about something that you never knew was an expectation. We grown. Let's have these conversations. Let's say what our needs are. And if that person can't meet that need, that's okay. It's absolutely okay. And if that means y'all gotta part ways, that's fine. Everything don't gotta end in negativity and beef and this, that, and the third. It don't gotta be all that. And that's just me. That's how I feel about it. Everything ain't always that deep. Some stuff is more common sense than we're, crediting it for being. So that's just kind of my thoughts today, guys. I know I can be long-winded. I'm not really trying to be super long-winded today. But just think about that, man. Analyze your life. Look at where your friendships, relationships are. And yeah, the only time that I really see stuff go south is when mature and necessary, transparent conversation isn't happening. And so if you're in a situation right now where you and your people ain't seeing eye to eye for whatever reason, somebody got to be the bigger person. And I know that's not popular, but somebody got to be able to step up and say what's going on. Because there's no point in still being friends with that person just for the sake of holding a grudge, when you could really either 1, solve the problem, or 2, end the friendship, relationship, whatever it may be, for the sake of your own peace. Protecting peace is a big thing now, right? So let's make sure that we're doing what's in the best interest of protecting our peace. So with that being said, guys, once again, I appreciate you guys. Please like and comment. I'm not getting no comments on these videos. Please comment. Let me know your feedback. Is my content boring? How can I spice it up? Let me know. Like, I'm open to all that. All constructive criticism is taken here, man. And it's all love. I don't take nothing personal. I'm really trying to make this YouTube thing go to the moon. So the more I know, the more I can grow. But with that being said, you guys have an awesome day. Have a great week. And I'll be tapping in with y'all soon. Peace.